Okay, let's quickly recap on what we discussed yesterday. Yesterday, we started discussing on hierarchical inheritance. As part of that, we define like it is a process of single parent and multiple child chain relationship. It may or may not have chain relationship, but in an hierarchical inheritance, we will have single parent and multiple child. If you see here, parent has child 1 and child 2. Child 1 had child 1 and child 1 2. This child one may or may not have the children. It may be the end here. So this is also a hierarchical inheritance. It may not have chain relationship, but if it has single parent, two children, then it is a hierarchical relationship, hierarchical inheritance. Clear the definition? Okay. As part of that, we explained this example. So in this example, Anil is a parent, and Bharat and John is the child of Anil. So we extended Bharat from Anil and John from Anil. So in this case, Anil is the superclass for both Bharat and John class. So when we do that, Bharat extended Anil properties and John also extended Anil properties. So when we create object of Bharat, memory will be allocated to Bharat data members as well as Anil data members. And when we create the object of John, memory will be allocated to John data members as well as Anil data members. And the memory allocated to Anil from Bharat, memory allocated to Anil from John were different. You understand that point, right? Okay. That is the example we have seen yesterday. So when we uh, create a Bharat object, when we call drive car, it came the value as Kia because we did not assign, we only taken the initialized value. So the memory allocated to car and placed Kia when we create Bharat, and that printed here. Then we created John object and we assigned the value Maruti to car. So we overridden the actual Kia value and we placed Maruti. Then the memory allocated memory will be occupied by Maruti this time in case of John. After that, we again called drive car of Bharat. What it printed, it still printed Kia only. It did not printed Maruti. It means the memory allocated to Anil from Bharat, the memory allocated to Anil from John were different. That we confirmed yesterday. Clear? And we are seen like when we inherit a class from a parent class into child, when we create the child class object, we can still we can place that object in parent class reference variable. In that case, we only can access the properties of parent, but we cannot access the properties of child. Clear? Even though object is having those child object, child class data and functionality, but we cannot access through parent class reference variable because this parent class reference variable will not have those details to use it. The drive car it will call, but bike and drive bike it won't call. It will give the error here. Clear this point? Okay. So, yeah. Can you repeat? I did not get what. Somebody said something. Can you repeat? Tell me once more. Okay. Well, let's go to single inheritance. It will be easy to execute. Okay. We have parent as Anil here. We have car as a data member. It has constructor initialized car with EM and it has drive car method. Okay. Bharat extended Anil and it has data member as bike and it has method as drive bike method. Now by creating the object of Bharat and I am placing the object into Anil reference variable. So the scope of this reference variable only limited to Anil. Only it can see the data members and functionality of Anil. Because if you remove this, what is this A? What A is Anil. Anil having what? Anil having car and drive car. This much only the scope of this reference variable. Even though the object is child, even though object is of type Bharat, even though it has the data member bike and drive bike method, by using Anil reference variable, we cannot call it. Because the scope for Anil is only limited to its own data member. It won't see the data members and functionality of child classes, even though object is placed inside that Anil reference variable. So if we try to execute this code, yes. Let's execute this and see. Okay. What happened in this case? Can somebody explain with respect to this output? Can somebody try? Okay. We created the object of Bharat. At the time of object creation, we use new and constructor. When we use new, the memory will be allocated to data members of Bharat and its parent. Okay. And the constructor will be called a Bharat. Bharat constructor called as it is not given by developer, it was given by compiler. As part of the compiler, given constructor, two statements will be there. One is super, another is initializing the data numbers with default values. When first line will be the super, it will go to the parent class constructor and it will execute. Once it's completed execution, it will come back to the Bharat constructor again and it will initialize the data members with default values. Clear? Once this object is created, with this object reference link will be placed in parent class reference variable. In this case, Anil is the parent class for Bharat. So we are able to place the child class object into parent class reference variable. Then we call drive car. What is this drive car? Drive car is the method of parent class. Because of that reason, we are able to call. Now we try to call child class data members by using this parent class reference variable. Let's compile. See, now what it is saying, can in Java, if you read the error, you will identify what is the problem. Okay? Cannot find symbol. What is the symbol? It is pointing to a drive bike. In a drive bike, unable to find. Okay? Symbol. What is not find exactly? Symbol. Method drive bike unable to find. Where? In A. In A drive bike unable to find. Location variable A of type uning. So it is looking in uning class, this drive bike is there or not. As it is not there, is it there? No. As it is not there, it is giving cannot find symbol. So when we use a reference variable to call any functionality or a data member, It directly won't go to object and look. It will go to class and look at compile time. At runtime, it will go to. So there are two things. One is compile time and where is runtime. So earlier I did this one. Java C single inheritance dot Java. And this is called compile time. Then once it is successful, then I did Java single inheritance. This is runtime. So at the time of compile time, control will go to reference variable type class and look for the method. Okay. As drive car is there, it is saying okay. As it is going to next line and C compiler, it will try to compile. As drive bike is not there in Anil, it will give the error like this at the time of compilation time. At runtime, if we consider this compile successfully, at the time of runtime, what would happen? It will directly go to Bharat class and look for drive bike. But at compiler time, it will look for reference variable type class to identify the method. That is the difference between compilation time and runtime. Okay. At the time of compilation time itself, we are unable to pass the criteria. This method exists in Anil class. No, it won't. It won't allocate any memory. It will only see. In the first class, I told you right. This is a process will happen. Instruction will be given to the operating system. Operating system is like a platform dependent entity. So Java is a Java supports portability. So to support portability, Java compiles the code into bytecode format, which is a platform independent. Okay. When that happens, it will when the bytecode generates, when we compile, it will generate the bytecode. Okay. So in that bytecode, it's looking drive bike exists in Anil or not. To generate the bytecode, it is looking whether the code is properly written or not before generating the bytecode. If everything is fine, it will generate the bytecode. At the time of runtime, it will take the bytecode and it will execute as runtime. So at the time of compile time, as we are only generating the bytecode, memory won't be allocated. Objects won't create. Only it will check for syntactical errors and the data, the methods and the variables we used are created or not. Understand? Memory won't be allocated at the time of compilation time. Because of that reason only, it is directly going into Anil class and looking. As the memory is not allocated, constructor is not called, so this part won't exist at the time of compilation time. Only it will look for syntax. It won't look for memory allocated or data initialized or not. It will only look for syntax is correct. In this case, A is what? Anil. Anil drive car is there or not? As it is there, no problem. It goes to Anil and look for drive by. As it is not there, it is giving the compilation error here. Got it? If you want to use drive bike using if you want to use all the method, then you can create the reference variable of type child, the list the child class of Anil. In that case, we can use the data members and functionality of Anil as well as child also. So if we compile, no problem. So what happened here? A is a reference variable of type Bharat. It went to Bharat and look for drive car. Is it there? It is not there. And it went to Anil and look for it. Is it there? It is there. Then no problem. Then drive bike. It went to Bharat and look for it. As it is there, no problem. Compile success to me. Got you? If we give Anil, it will directly go and look in the drive car in Anil itself. It won't go Bharat from Bharat to Anil. It won't go like that. It will directly go to Anil and look for it. That is the problem with drive by. It will directly go and look in Anil. It won't go to Bharat and look for it. Okay? Okay. Okay. Now, you guys clear on hierarchical inheritance? Okay. Now, then we started discussing on interface. So I mentioned like interface will have act as a requirement. So it will hold all the requirements as a method names, and that will act as a contract to the class. So we will give all the requirements as a method names in the interface, and by using that interface, we will create a class, and that class will obey all the methods created inside the interface. So that will act as a contract. So as part of that, we created one class called Kriya car. First, we created class in car interface. As part of that, we declared a drive car, which is there is no functionality in this. This is only declaration part. In this, we mentioned drive car as a requirement. Whoever extends or implements this interface has to define the functionality to this drive car. So this is my requirement. You do what you do to fulfill that requirements. Correct? So here I created here car class and implements car. In case of interfaces, we will use implements. In case of classes, we will use extends. So in this case, car implemented Kia car implemented car, and all the data functionality of and the declared functionality of car migrated into Kia car. So because of that, we are able to. But in this case, one more specialty is we need in the inheritance normally class to class. We don't need to uh, place that in our class to use it. But in case of interface, the interface has only requirement. There is no functionality in our class. We need to provide the functionality to that interface methods. That is the difference between other classes and interfaces in interface. Okay. So when I do this, this name should be exactly same as this name. It should not violate any naming difference. If we do that, compilation error will come. And other people are clear. So can you repeat? I did not understand. Somebody said something. Can you repeat? Okay. Okay. You understand class to class? Class to class inheritance like okay. Now, if I remove this, are you clear on this? And this code? Okay. So instead, I gave one example like I want to build a house. I will go to architect. I will ask him to give the logical structure for me. But how does he know I want 3 bedrooms in ground floor? I need to tell him, right? Then only will give him the architecture, right? Without telling, will he give? Will he know what I need? So we have to tell him. And I have a requirement like 3 bedrooms should come in ground floor. So that is what I am doing here. I am giving in Java how we can view that requirement in the form of interface. I will view the requirement like this. I want to build a house with 3 bedrooms in ground floor. Then I will give that requirement to the architect. Then architect will take that and he will provide the he will provide the actual logical functionality. So he will define like 3 bedrooms in ground floor. But if I don't tell, he doesn't know what to do. So if we do this, it is acting as a contract between me and my architect. If we do something different here, he will he will I gave the requirement like 3 bedrooms in ground floor. He sees desired like 2 bedrooms in ground floor. Will I accept it? Will you accept? You want 3 bedrooms and he gave 2 bedrooms in ground floor. He has to fulfill your requirement, right? So we won't accept it. So that is a concept. You will say 3 bedrooms, he will give 3 bedrooms only. Yeah, tell me. It is not compulsory. So that is the reason in previous example we did not do it. See, in Java, as we are learning, we need to do the things in right way, right? First in the learning, we will do it in some loose way. Once we learn it, we need to make it some tight to make the things right way. So that is what we are doing here. So once we introduce interface, then the mistakes we do in class will be reduced, right? If there is no contract, it's a, yeah. Then no, it won't be called default. It is okay. But for example, if you see my example, I will go and tell architect 3 bedrooms, but there is no contract. What will happen is it's up to him now what he wants to do. I told him, but it's up to him because there is no contract here. There is no force on him to do what I want to do. So if we create the contract, then this contract is forcing the architect you have to do the logical structure according to the requirement, right? That is what we are doing with interfaces. That is the definition of this. Interface is the contract to the class. Okay, everyone clear? Anyone not clear? Okay. Now I told we will give the requirements as methods in the interface, but without any functionality. We will only name the method as a requirement, which will work as a contract to the class which it implements, right? But and this is called method and its functionality, actual functionality. But what we call this method as? This is normal method which has the functionality. What is this method called? This method is called abstract method. Abstract method, what is abstract? It won't show anything. It will hide everything. Or it won't have anything. To only have a contract by saying, I want to drive a car or I want to build a house with 3 bedrooms in ground floor. I don't know the design yet. Well, this car implemented into Kia car, the actual functionality came by obeying that contract. Here drive car, here drive car. The contract is obeyed. Clear? The contract is obeyed and functionality given. So this class successfully implemented car. Kia car successfully implemented car interface by obeying the contract. So in this case, this contract method is called abstract method because it does not have any functionality. It is completely empty or it is not there. That's why we call it as abstract method. Abstract method is a method which does not have the functionality. Here, now. Clear in this? If this statement is not clear for anyone, in fact, these two statements, anyone not clear? Okay, everyone is clear. Now, this is will I unsaid? I said this is a contract. Okay, and this contract implemented by Kia car, and they successfully uh, provide the logical implementation by providing the functionality. But how can I check the contract is successfully established or not? Can anyone try? Yeah, output. Correct. But where is the functionality given in Kia car? The output will be printed from Kia car side. How we can ensure this functionality written as per car requirement, car interface requirement? How we can ensure this? Sorry, can you repeat? Same name. We're talking about this name. Correct. The name should be same as the interface name. In this case, it is true. There is one more additional way of doing the check is create the object of change class and place it in parent reference variable. This is the actual way of checking it. Right? In this case, it is fine because in this case, it won't give any error. Okay? It will force to place that method inside this if I do this, but still, for example, this code is given by someone else too. I did not develop it. In Java, there are so many libraries come from some other developers also. So how we can ensure this requirement is fulfilled? Just create the object of that class and place it in parent reference variable. This is the actual way of checking the contract. And call the method of parent by using the reference variable. If this gives the output from Kia tab, then the contract successfully established. Right? If you don't create that method name the same, this code won't compile. Because what is this method? Abstract method. So before creating the object of this class, all the abstract methods should be completed inside the child class. This method is completed now. This is the requirement. This is fulfilled or not? If I remove this one, it is fulfilled, right? If I do this, is this drive car functionality fulfilled in Kia car? So in this case, it is not fulfilled. There are two options. Either you can fulfill for in this state the code won't compile because it is not fulfilled. There are two ways to fix this problem. Either you can fulfill, okay, or you make class as abstract. What is the meaning of abstract class? This class has abstract method. Is this class came into Kia car because car is a parent of Kia car. This method came, but what method is this? Abstract method. So there should not be any abstract method inside the class. If you want to, the code won't compile in the state. If you want to fix that problem, either you make the abstract class and declare that I have the abstract methods in me, so don't give any error. Or so, or we can directly provide the implementation. We will obey the contract. There won't be any abstract methods. So this is fine. But if I don't obey the contract and there are abstract methods in me, I can fix by using abstract class annotation or abstract class convention. I can give this abstract keyword in front of class and this class will become abstract. It is declaring that I have abstract method in me. Clear? So I will be abstract class. So what is the disadvantages of abstract class? I can still declare it. There are no comparison error, but we cannot create object for this. There is a problem. Two ways to fix the abstract method issue. You can provide the implementation or you declare the abstract keyword along with the class. But when you do abstract class, you can't create the object. But if you want to create the object, then create the abstract here and provide the implementation. Clear? When we say abstract, I implemented car, but I not completed the contract. As the contract is not completed, we cannot create the object because it is not in usable state. Understand? No, no output. There is no object, there is no output. We cannot use. Okay. Yeah. So in this case, we have given like this. So it means I can create one more class. I can like this. Apply class bench some benpa extends from pia ka. So when you see this type code exists in Java also in every application, most very less application it will be there, but it will be there. In that case, we are not going to create the object of Kiyaka, but we are going to extend from we are going to extend this abstract class into some other class and we are going to obey that content as part of that. This drive car is the method of car, but we indirectly obeyed the contract. We went to Kia car implemented from car. So we can use the drive car as a abstract method inside this Kia car, which is abstract method in drive car is abstract method in Kia car, which is coming from car. Clear? So when I extend it, that will be coming into Kia Benz car. Then I provided the functionality. It means I obeyed the car contract by using indirect object creation of Kia car, indirect class implementation of Kia car. So Kia, this car implemented to Kia car, the abstract method came into Kia car as the method is not provided as with functionality declared as abstract. this Kia car extended into some other class as a parent, then I obeyed the car, that of car. So now I can create the object of Kia Benz car. Now I can use the functionality from this class, drive car, because I created the object of Kia Benz car and placed in car reference variable. Now by using this reference variable, which method I can call? Car method or car interface methods only we can call. We can call drive car only. There is a drive car 1 inside Kia car. We cannot call it because car won't know about this drive car 1. So when we create abstract classes, this is the way of providing the complete implementation. Clear? Okay. When in real-time application, how this will look like? Okay. For example, Kia car implemented car and there is a method drive car. I provided the implementation, which is a common function in Kia car. There are, for example, there are multiple types of cars are there. Kia Ben, something, some other names is there. Kia X car is there. Kia Y car is there. In every Kia car, this is common. Drive car is common. But this contract, drive car with 6 gears, this may exist in Kia X car, but it may not exist in Kia Y car. So I will leave that particular car type to decide whether to support this or not. Right? When they support it, how much speed they can go. In Kia X car, they go 60 kilometers per hour. In Kia Y car, they can go to 160 kilometers per hour. So the particular speed thing, it is not common for all the cars. But drive car is a common for all the cars. So the common functionality I give in Kia car, and as I'm not providing the implementation to this 6 gears one, I kept it as abstract. Now I came to Kia Benz car. I don't need to provide the implementation to Kia drive car because it is already provided. Now I can provide the implementation to this one. Okay. There will be one more car. For example, Kia Y car. You think this is like a X car? This is a Y car. And this is going like 100 km per hour. So the functionality is different from one car to one car with respect to this function, this method, right? So this is common. So that is the reason we kept it in parent class. So that functionality will be extended to both Kia X car and Y car. But the functionality of this method is different from X car and Y car. Because of that reason, we kept it as its own implementation. The functionality is 60 kilometers per hour in X car, 100 kilometers per hour in Y car. So the common will go to parent, and as there is a unimplemented method is there, the contract is not obeyed. So we kept it as abstract and we implemented that class into its own child classes, X car and Y car, and it has its own implementations. Clear? In real-time situation, we will use like this. To provide the common functionality, we will put it in abstract class, and the rest of the specific methods will be implemented by functionality provided by the particular classes itself. Now, if I want to use the car I can create the X car object. In that case, I can call drive car c dot drive car and c dot these two methods. So what is the output here? You will get drive Kia car because it will go to car at the time of compilation time. This drive car is there or not? It is there. At the time of compilation, it will check for this method is there or not. It is there. At the time of runtime, it will allocate the memory to Kia X car and place the reference variable we see. In Kia X car, we have drive car with 6 gears and it extends Kia car which has drive car method which implements from interface which has these two methods. The contract is obeyed indirectly by using Kia Y car, Kia X car and Kia Y car. So we are able to create the object, right? When I call drive car, it will go to object Kia X car at the runtime. As the method is not there, it will go to parent. Drive car is there, executed. Then it be call drive car with 6 gears. Then it will go to object class Kia X car. The method is there, printed. Right? There will be another situation. Right. Now, what is the output? Driving car will be printed. As the method is not there, we will go to parent and print it. Then we call drive car with 6 gears. As the method is there, it will print this one. Then near this one. How this one? Any doubts on this? In the real time, we are going to do like this. Common functionality, we put it in abstract class, right? The specific class is override. The specific class will provide that remaining content. That it. Anyone did not understand this? Everyone understand? Can someone say yes or no? Do you want to execute this code and see? Okay. Yes, mode is permit here. I will explain that when time comes. Mad. You understand this code? We have car with two contract methods which are abstract methods. That it. And we have Kia car, next increments from car, and we declare it as abstract because it provided implementation to only one method. There is no other implementation to some other method. The contract is not completed because we kept it, because of that reason we kept it as abstract. And there is Kia X car extended from Kia car, and it's completed the remaining contract. And there is one more car extended from Kia car. Here also the contract completed. In two ways we completed the contract. Now up to the user which functionality you want to use. There are two versions now, X version, Y version. The contract implemented in two versions, X version and Y version. It's up to the user which version to use it. If you want to use the X version, we create the update of X car and use the functionality from X car as well as Kia car. If you want to use the functionality of Y version, you create the update of Y car, create the functionality of Y car as well as parent class. Now, A, B. class interpose. Now, I want to enforce the contract is fulfilled or not. How I can do? If the reference variable was interface and creates the beta Kia Xka. Will this compile? Why? Kia Xka obeyed the contract for one method and it extended from Kia car. That Kia car completed the contract for one method. So two methods contract is over successfully for this car. Because of that reason, we are able to create the object of Kia X car and testing car weapons already. Now, see that pride car. See that pride car with 6 case. Now, can someone tell me what is the output? You want me to scroll up or something? Yeah. But next. Correct. Okay. This you're talking about runtime, right? What will happen compile time? Can you explain? Or anyone? This is runtime output, right? What will happen at compile time? Here I created the object of Kia X car and placed in car reference variable. Car is an interface. What will happen at compile time? At compile time, it will check the syntaxes only. So it will check this syntax is correct or not, this class is correct or not. Okay. In this class, any errors are there, it will look for it. Any syntactical errors, no errors, it will be fine. And the object reference variable we are placing in, where the object link we are trying to place in car reference variable. So in syntactically, at runtime, if we create object for this class and placed in car, can it be placeable or not? Can it be placed or not successfully? It will try to syntactically check the car interface. There should be a relationship between these two before we do this. Is there any relationship between car and this car and Kia X car? Is there any relationship? Yes, there is a relationship. Car is a parent, Kia X car is a child. How Kia X car is a child? Kia X car is a child of Kia car. Kia car is a child of car. So there is a relationship. So as per yesterday's discussion, today's morning discussion, child class object will be can be placed in parent class reference variable, right? In that case, that is class. In this case, it is interface. It doesn't matter. It is class of interface. Parent class object can be placed in child class reference variable. So, child class object can be placed in parent class reference variable. It may be a class of interface. So in this case, Kia X car is a child of car. So Kia X car object can be placed in car reference variable, which is a parent. That's what I'm trying to do here. So that is what its compiler is going to check. Okay. There will be one more check. You created object of KX car and placed in car. Can is the KX car provided the implementation provided the contract completion. Is KX car completed the contract of car? Is KX car completed the contract of car? Car has two methods. Can is Kia X car has provided the implementation to those two methods and completed the contract or not? Yes. How? How? Okay. Car has two methods. One is drive car method. Is drive car method is there in Kia X car? Yes. Indirectly, indirect. It is not there. Indirectly, it has. How? Kia X car control will go to Kia X car. It is not there. Where it will go? It will go and check a parent. Parent has. The parent has child has. Parent has drive car. Yeah. Can that be available for child class? Okay. It means both drive car is there in Kia X car. Okay. One method is done. What about second method? Drive car with 6 gears. It will control will go to Kia X car and check for that method. Is that method is there? So overall Kia X car has two methods or not? Two methods of there means contract completed or not? Contract is completed and Kia X car is a child of car or not? Yeah, two things. Kia X car is child of car and Kia X car completed the contract of car. So I can create the object of Kia car and paste in car reference variable. So that is what I am doing here. So there is no compilation issue in this. Then we will call with then it will go to C. At the time of compilation, we are calling drive car with C reference variable. So it will go to car interface and it will look for car drive car is there or not. Is it there? I'm talking about compilation time. Yes. At that compilation time, it will check directly inside the car. It won't look for the implementation. It will look for the car method is there or not. Only it will look for the name is there or not. As it is there, no issue. Then I'm calling C drive car with 6 gears method using C reference variable. So it will go to car and it will look for it. Is it there? Okay. So it means successfully compiled as of now. Now, for example, I am running this code. What will happen? Then we create a bit of child class. Memory will be allocated to its own class and its parent class. Right? In this case, car is an interface. So I will talk about it data members of car in some time. For now, you think like it will be memory will be allocated to Kia car and car. Okay, those are parents, so memory will be allocated for them also. Okay, what else will happen? Of whom? Kia X car. He said correct only. Constructor of whom? Okay, Kia X car. Is it there? It is not there. Compiler will give. Yes, it is there. It is given by compiler. Yes, default constructor will be there. From the default constructor, it will try to execute the constructor of Kia car, which is a parent. Parent also is not there. Compiler will give it a default constructor. So from there, it will go to car and it will do the initialization in car constructor. Correct? Okay. Now, then once the object is created, the reference variable placed in car reference variable. Okay. Now we have called c dot drive car method. What will happen? Yeah, which might yeah where it will go? It will go to car or Kia X car. Kia car. Why somebody said Kia car? Why Kia car? Somebody said Kia X car. Why Kia X car? What is the reason you are thinking? Try Kia. Kia X car is the correct answer because when we call at the runtime, when we call the method, the reference variable may be of any type. It will look for the object. What is the object here? Kia X car object. Then it will go for Kia X car and look for it. Is it there? It is not there in Kia X car. Then it will go to parent and look for it. Is it there? It is there. So it will exhibit. Got it? Now, see that drive car with 6 stairs. Where it will go? Yeah. Why? Correct. So C is a yes. C is a reference variable of type car holding the object of Kia X car. Because of that, the control will go to Kia X car and look for that method. As it is there, it will execute. Okay. Let's compile and run this code. Is it compiled? Compile means what? The contract is fulfilled. Contract, yeah, contract is fulfilled, and these methods are there in car. It won't go for object. It will go for car itself and look for it at compile time. These two methods are there in car. There. So there is no contract issue. Correct? Yes or no? Now run it. Now drive car with 60 kilometers per hour printed. Means when I call C dot drive car, it will to Kia X car, it look for drive car method. It is not there, it went to Kia car and look for it. Right? It printed the. Now when I call drive car with 6 gears, it went to Kia X car, it looked for it. Is it there? As it is there, it printed. Even with interface reference variable, we are able to print the objects the functionality from its implementation classes. Right? This is a child, this is a parent. Even with parent reference variable, we are able to use the functionality from child. Got it? They did not understand this code. Anyone thinks that? Anyone thinks me to explain again? Okay. I hope everyone understood. Now, so when we see class, In class, can we have data members? Can we have or not in data members in class? Yes. But with respect to interface, we cannot have data members. Okay? We only have constants. They are not data members, they are constants. And car interface does not have constructor. So there is no way of initializing it. So once we put some value in it, that is by default. There is no default values. Whatever we put, that is constant for it. And we don't call this as a data members. This we call it as a constants. So when we create the object of shared class, it will only allocate the memory to that particular class data members as well as parent class data members. If the parent class is interface, memory won't be allocated. That you have to remember. If it is class, data members, memory will be allocated to data members and constructor will be called. But if the class is interface, if the parent is interface, there won't be any constructor, there won't be any data members. As there are no data members, then there won't be any memory allocated. You have to remember those 2 points. And there will be, yes. Which one you are talking about? This one? Yeah. That is the actual requirement of this interface. Interface definition is that they define the interface like that to serve the purpose. The purpose of interface is to declare the contract. If we put the data in it, we are giving the functionality, right? Data will be used in functionality, right? Data useful for what? To serve the functionality. If we give the data, we are half serving the functionality. But interface is not for serving the functionality. It is only to establish the contracts. Because of that reason, there won't be data members. There won't be, as there are no data members, there are no use of constructor to initialize them. Right? Okay. It has some constant. These are like a constants variables. The value won't be changed. That you can remember. Okay. Here I said abstract, right? By default, these numbers are abstract abstract methods. Abstract class is what? We cannot create the object because they are not served the contract yet. Fully serve the contract. So here also, these are abstract members because they are not served the functionality yet. They are only contract. Okay. When we put it in interface, this will be this will be automatically given by compiler itself. We don't need to keep it. So by default, if anything is declared inside the interface, they call contract and they call abstract methods because there is no functionality. Got it? If we don't give also, it's fine. The compiler will give it. But remember that these are abstract methods. Abstract method means what? There is no functionality. A method which does not have functionality. Does drive car has functionality here? Drive car with 6 gears has functionality here? No. As there is no functionality, they are called abstract methods. Who will give the functionality to these abstract methods? Shared classes. Correct? Any doubts? Okay. Now, can you rephrase this statement? Interface is a contract to the class. What it contains? It contains set of abstract methods. What? Correct? Set of abstract methods and set of constants. Can you define interface now fully? Uh, first, first, first this one. Interface is a contract to the class and it has set of constants and correct. Yes, Utatak. So interface is a contract to the class and it has set of constants and abstract methods. And interface does not have data members and constructs. Got it? Any anything wrong with this statement? Right. That is the purpose of interface. It does not have data members and constructors because as there are no data members, there is no memory with the allocated. As there is no memory to allocated, there is no use of constructor to initialize zone. So this is the statement for the interface. The actual definition of interface is this. It is the contract to the class and it has set up constants and abstract methods. By using these abstract methods as contracts, subclasses will fulfill that contract. So they will take these abstract methods, they will provide the functionality so that we can see the contract is fulfilled. If there are no abstract methods, there is no contract, there is no contract to be fulfilled. Right? Okay. Anyone not understand interface? Because this is very important in Java. Anyone not understand? Okay, everyone understood. So, misplace or something. Speaking. Yes. Okay, everyone clear on interface, right? Shall I go ahead? Okay. At the time of inheritance, I told these three, right? All these three are clear, right? For you guys? Okay. There is a fourth one, multiple inheritance. It is okay. How we are defining the definition? Okay. It is the process of having two parents. So, having two credits. Okay. For example, if I have one class which extends two parent classes, that is called multiple inheritance. Say as two parents, parent 1 and parent 2. What is single inheritance? Single parent, single child. What is multi-level? Parent, child, that child become parent to another child, that child becomes parent to another child. What is hierarchical? One parent, two child. What is multiple? One child, two parents. Got it? Okay. By default, Java does not support multiple inheritance with classes. How we implemented? Okay. If you see multi-level, how we design this? A class, a class here, a class here. So, if we want to achieve multiple inheritance with class, it is not possible in Java because, for example, Anil and Bharat both are parents to Chandu. Take the example like that. What if the drive by method is there in both the classes? Which method come into Chandu now? Let's do this. In this, comma, fine. For example, now Anil has a car and he has a method drive car. Bharat has a car and he has drive car method. Now change the external from Anil and Bharat. Okay, which car he will get? Which drive car method he will get? Can anyone try? So that is the problem here. There is a ambiguity now. The variable is there in Anil and Bharat. The drive car method is there in Anil and Bharat, and we are extending both the classes. So because of that reason, all four will be available and the names are same. So because of that reason, Chandu has an ambiguity now. If we create the object of Chandu, if we call dial car method, it get ambiguity which method to call. Because Chandu doesn't have drive car method, and it's both the parents are drive car method. Which method to call? That is the ambiguity. So because of that reason, Java does not support multiple inheritance with classes. Anil and Bharat is classes. Because of that reason, Java does not support class level multiple inheritance. There is one way to achieve this using interfaces. Understand the problem here? Understand the ambiguity? Same method, there is a possibility same method will be there. And if we call try the same method, it get ambiguity which method to call. That is a problem. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. They might have thought that while designing the Java, they might have thought that. But you can create it. But what if you create same method? What I have to do as a Java programming language? So I will get into a trouble now. By giving you a chance to create different method, I will get into a problem if you create a new same method, right? So to resolve entire problem, to resolve the possibility itself, Java does not support multiple inheritance with classes. As a programmer, it may give you the chance, but what is that guarantee that you would create same method? Java does not have that situation, right? Cannot have that situation as a programming language. It has that reason they removed it. They did not provide a way. Okay. How we can support multiple inheritance in Java then? You Yes, correct. We can we can achieve multiple inheritance in Java using interfaces. Got it? How interfaces? Interface does not have the functionality. It has only contract. Whichever provide the functionality, that method will be called. There is no ambiguity. Right? Okay. That's all for today.